Once it was gold, oil, diamonds. Today, the planet's new treasure doesn't shine, isn't worn, and isn't displayed. Its name is lithium. A metal so light it floats. Yet so powerful it carries the weight of the future. Global powers call it white gold. And like all gold, it has sparked a war. Welcome to Lithium War 2.0, where armies don't wield rifles, but contracts, sanctions, and strategic alliances. Where battlefields aren't trenches, but salt flats, parliaments, and boardrooms. And where control of lithium doesn't just determine who leads the energy transition, but who rewrites the rules of the new world order. From the deserts of Atacama to the refineries of Xinjiang, lithium has become the passport to power. Electric cars, batteries, satellites, weapons, networks, all depend on this silent metal. But beneath every ton extracted lies invisible tension: who mines it? Who refines it? Who controls it? And most of all, who gets left behind? Because this war isn't just about resources, it's about sovereignty, about futures, and about the promise of a cleaner world that may not be a fairer one.
For decades, lithium was just a quiet element in the periodic table. A soft metal, light, pale, used in labs, tucked into pharmaceuticals. Unremarkable, unnoticed, unloved, until humanity decided to plug in the planet. Phones that pulse in our pockets. Laptops that tether us to distant lives. Cars that whisper instead of roar. All powered by tiny, controlled explosions inside lithium batteries. A ballet of ions, choreographed to move the world. And now, we consume so much lithium that even the desert struggles to keep pace. Evaporation ponds stretch like mirrors across the salt flats. Machines drill deeper, contracts grow longer. Lithium is no longer a resource. It's a race. Chile, Argentina, and Bolivia, the lithium triangle, hold over 60% of the world's reserves. But while Latin America owns the treasure, others draw the map. Foreign corporations set the terms. Global powers dictate the tempo. The technological north gazes south with appetite, and the south, still sovereign beneath the surface, wonders if it will remain sovereign above it. Who controls lithium? Who refines it? Who profits? The birth of white gold isn't just a tale of chemistry. It's a story of power, of territory, of promises that shine, and contracts that bind. Because inside every battery, there's more than energy. There are choices, there are consequences, and there's a new world beginning to spin, not on oil, but on lithium. The first lithium war was fought underground, for the white dust buried beneath the salt flats of Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. The second war, the one we're living through now, is being fought in boardrooms, in labs, in the shadows of trade deals and tech patents. It's a war for control of the battery, and through it, control of the digital economy. China unveils cobalt-free batteries, breaking free from the blood-soaked supply chains of Central Africa. The United States counters with billion-dollar subsidies, recycling plants in Nevada, and mining deals in Australia. Europe, wary of dependence, launches its Battery Alliance, a fortress of policy and ambition. But this war isn't fought with tanks or missiles. It's fought with algorithms, with lobbying, with industrial espionage. It's fought in the fine print of trade agreements, in the corridors of Brussels, Washington, and Beijing. Startups promise synthetic lithium, sodium-ion batteries, and miracle solutions that shimmer on PowerPoint slides, but remain just out of reach. They are dreams in prototype form, pitched to investors hungry for disruption and nations desperate for sovereignty. Because whoever controls the battery, controls the car, the phone, the drone, the grid. They control the cloud, the battlefield, the supply chain. They control time, how fast we move, how long we last. The War 2.0 has no front lines. Its trenches are data centers. Its weapons are patents. Its soldiers wear lab coats and carry NDAs. And as the world races toward electrification, lithium becomes the new oil, lighter, more volatile, and harder to contain. This is not just a technological arms race. It's a struggle for power, for permanence, for who gets to write the rules of the post-carbon world. China was the first to understand it. While the West kept its eyes on oil, Beijing was already looking at lithium, the new energetic core of the 21st century. Today, China controls over 70% of global lithium refining and dominates nearly the entire battery supply chain, from extraction to final assembly. It doesn't just produce batteries, it designs the future. The United States reacted late, but it did react. The Inflation Reduction Act wasn't just an economic law. It was an industrial declaration of war, a strategy to break dependence and build a new electric OPEC with partners that are more reliable or more controllable. Europe, meanwhile, seeks energy autonomy. Its battery alliance is more than a project. It's a wall against technological vulnerability. And in the background, Tesla, BYD, and CATL wage their own battle, a silent race for global energy supremacy. This isn't just about selling cars. It's about controlling the pulse of the digital world. Bolivia holds the largest lithium reserves on Earth, but the mineral still sleeps beneath the Uyuni salt flat, waiting for politics to stop debating who should extract it and start deciding how to do it without repeating old mistakes. Chile, by contrast, is already extracting it, but at the cost of its aquifers, its fragile ecosystems, and communities watching their water disappear faster than promises. Argentina, hailed as the new Qatar of lithium, stands between excitement and unease. Will this time be different? Or will it once again export raw materials while importing technology, repeating the extractivist cycle it never quite escaped? Indigenous communities watch their lagoons vanish, while the world promises a green future. But that future is being built on their lands, on their silences, on their sacrifices. Ironies of progress. Saving the planet by destroying the deserts. Electrifying the world by dehydrating the soil. And so, Latin America stands at a crossroads, between blessing and curse, between being a protagonist or just a provider. Lithium will not last forever. Every electric car, every new phone, every battery we charge, consumes a fragment of tomorrow. It's the quiet metal behind our loudest ambitions. Invisible, yet indispensable. It doesn't shine, but it powers everything that does. And as demand grows, so does the pressure. To mine more, to dig deeper, to turn salt flats into sacrifice zones, to turn deserts into data. But lithium is not infinite. It is a promise with an expiration date. And when scarcity arrives, so will the next great scramble. The race for replacements. Sodium, magnesium, hydrogen, each waits in the wings of the laboratory. A potential heir to the lithium throne. Some are cheaper, some are cleaner, none are neutral, because every alternative comes with its own cost, its own geography, its own politics, its own story of extraction and exclusion. The question won't just be, what works? It will be, who controls it? Which nations will dominate the next battery frontier? Which communities will bear the burden? 30 years from now, we may look back at lithium, the way we now look at coal, as a stepping stone, as a compromise, as a chapter we had to write before we knew better. But until then, the world will keep drilling, investing, competing, for a metal that doesn't sparkle, but lights up everything we touch. It is the heartbeat of the energy transition. And like every heartbeat, it has a rhythm and a limit. The future of lithium is not just technical. It is ethical, it is geopolitical, it is poetic, and it is already unfolding. The Lithium War 2.0 isn't just about energy. It's about power, about who decides how the world gets charged, and who's left unplugged. This isn't a tech race. It's a global standoff, fought in boardrooms and borderlands, beneath deserts, salt flats, and sacred soil. While some promise a green revolution, others extract futures from ancestral lands. While headlines speak of sustainability, contracts are signed in shadows. Because lithium isn't just a metal, it's leverage, it's currency, it's the spark behind every empire's next move. And in this war, every battery is a battlefield, every silence, a strategy, every charge, a choice.